Hello everyone, I'm Terry and I'm getting started right here, right now. Who am I? You'll get to know me over time as I make more of these videos on this channel. The videos are about how to succeed in life. I've been a serious student of personal development, life laws and beating the system for around 10 years now. Before that, I was pretty lost. My background is in computers, technology, back in the UK. But I spent my childhood in Australia, where I experienced real freedom, great weather with loads of sunshine, wide open spaces, open minds and big thinking. Happy days. Then I went to England in 1972 at the age of 12 and I experienced the opposite. Restrictions, horrible weather and grey days, lots of rain, closed spaces, closed minds, small thinking, pretty miserable days. When I left school, I went to work for a big company in their IT department, working on computers. Yep, I admit it. I was part of the rat race. A small cog in a very big, very hungry wheel. Needless to say, I was not happy in that life. It took me 17 years of putting up with that way of life before I wised up and I got out. I left the job. I retrained as a hypnotherapist and psychoanalyst back in 1993. I went back to school to do a course in psychology at the University of East London. I made it my mission to learn how us humans tick, and how as a psychoanalyst I could help people to get over their problems. I experienced hypnoanalysis firsthand from another practitioner, and it showed me how to get over a lot of my own problems. Back then I really learned a lot about how the mind works. I realised that we spend far too much of our valuable time thinking negatively. We tend to keep a personal dialogue going on inside our heads about what we're angry or frustrated or we're worried about, and it really takes over our lives. The big problem is that it's stuck inside our heads and we don't do anything about it. Negative thoughts beget negative emotions. When we're constantly worrying about something, it causes us to feel anxious and downhearted, and that spirals, leading us down into depression. But what do we do about it? We go to the doctor, who gives us Prozac or some other mind-bending drug to take away the anguish and the pain. But it doesn't really take any of it away, does it? It just masks it. To really deal with the pain, you have to deal with the pain. Now that's not a play on words. I'm serious. You have to face whatever it is that's making you depressed and do something about it. You have to take action. And the place to start right there is inside your head. I took action. In 2002, I left England and went to live in Spain to find myself. I followed my dream of living as a musician for a number of years, and I had a great time. Sure, there were ups and downs, but I was doing what I wanted to do, not what somebody else wanted me or was telling me to do. Big difference. Fast forward about 10 years. I read The Secret and watched a documentary-style movie of the same name, and had a lot of what I already knew cemented into place by some of those fascinating contributors that featured on the movie, like Bob Proctor and Joe Vitale. They reinforced my knowledge of how the mind works and added a lot I didn't know about the law of attraction, for instance. And I wanted to know more. I took action. I read books, listened to recordings, watched videos, absorbed a huge amount of information on the subject, and I've used it to turn my life around. Now I want to share it with you. Was I just a little apprehensive about putting my face on video? Yes! I've been considering doing this for a while, but I knew all the considering in the world was not going to make anything happen. So here's my first message, and the one I want to give myself as well, to share. Get started. Do it. Don't care what anybody else says or anybody else thinks. They're not doing it. All you should care about is what you think. Do what you want to do. Whatever it is, do it. Don't sit there thinking about it. Do it. And I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. And thanks again.